Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today I would like to share with you guys my final thoughts on the Remette knives budget model, the Canyon. Now, I didn't have the best time with this. If you guys saw the unboxing of this, I was just not happy with this thing at all, but I'm very happy to say that now this thing has definitely grown on me, or at least I've warmed up to it. Now, if you guys are longtime viewers of the channel, you know that I'm really picky, and regardless if something is sent to me for free or not, I'm going to be as harsh and as honest with it as possible. This knife was sent to me for free, and it will actually be given away. There are a couple things I've done to it since, and I do my best not to modify a knife before I do the final review, because that does change things up a bit. But it was worth doing the things that I did to it just so I could be able to comfortably use the damn thing. So what I did was I added a sharpening choil there with a little Dremel. It took all of 30 seconds to a minute, a little bit of hand filing to knock off the burr that it's created, and then I put a respectable 23 degree edge on there. This is such a short blade, and it has a hard time fitting into my particular sharpening system, the Wicked Edge. I typically go for very thin, down to 16 degree edges, and that's where I enjoy and I get the most amount of performance. But it was damn near impossible to do that on my particular system because the blade is so damn short. There are benefits to it, of course, but that's one of the major downsides. So that's really the only thing that has been done to this, a sharpening choil so that I can sharpen it and put a good edge on it. The edge from the factory was okay. I do have higher than normal standards because I do all my own sharpening and I offer a sharpening service, so my standards are just a little bit above, but nothing unrealistic, honestly. This is, of course, a budget knife. Could be had for about 35 bucks. I've seen it on Amazon, and I will actually be linking this down below because I think it is something that a lot of people could actually get around. It is super affordable. It is small, compact. It's not going to scare anybody. This is an office carry. This is a little pen knife or a CEO style knife. I know pen knife technically has another term. It's like a UK slip joint style thing, but I think of like pen knife as something that is of similar size to what would be a pen, and I have a little pen right here. So yeah, I mean, it's shorter than the average, writing implement. And then here's a fatty Sharpie right here, for example. So even a standard size round Sharpie would be around the same size, and that really is how it feels in the hand. Of course, blocky and with a big pocket clip. Honestly, the pocket clip is a little oversized for the design, but we'll get into that in a sec. So we talked about the price, we talked about the things I've done to it. Again, sharing and being transparent with all you guys that this was sent to me for free. I will be giving this away later on down the road, so stay tuned if this is something you want. This has seen a little bit of use, plenty of pocket time, enough to get a good sense of what this thing is capable at, the ups and downs and all that kind of stuff, as well as trying to think of other uses for this that I typically wouldn't, and we'll get all into that in a sec. Let's do some size comparisons. Let's start with some big boys right here. Right up above is the Sencut Knives Glide Strike. This will actually be receiving a lot of modifications soon, very soon. If you know, you know. This is a wonderful budget knife, very large. Here we have Sebenza 31 large. Let's do some mediums. Civivi Vision FG. So the Canyon is still a little shorter. Let's do the Pyrite Light. Yeah, so this is not the large Pyrite Light. This is just a standard one, and as you can see, it is damn near the same tip to tail. All right, so if you like the feel, length at least, the reach that you get with the standard size Pyrite Light or the Pyrite platform overall, this is going to be the same amount of reach. Last but most definitely not least is the Miguron Knives Vaker. Highly, highly underrated knife. And it is pretty darn close, tip to tail. So the amount of usable blade length, a little bit less with the Vaker here, but because you have that enlarged forward finger choil, sharpening choil combo right there. It's a design aspect that I absolutely love. All right, so let's get into this. I also did tune this up a little bit. This is well broken in. This was not like this when I got it. I lightened up the detent only a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way, especially with such a slim, light liner lock. The access is appropriate. It's not super, super roomy, but there's plenty enough. There's nothing sharp or uncomfortable about the engagement, disengagement with this particular design. I will say that while I do appreciate the jimping in the places where it is at, a little spot right here on the spine, this is not a knife that you're going to be doing a lot of like harsh use. Again, this finds itself at home in the office, in an urban environment where you're not going to be doing crazy yard work or, you know, prying wooden pallets apart or something crazy like that. This is very simple day-to-day tasks. Reverse tanto blade shape, very pokey tip right here, as you can see. Relatively thin stock, but they still managed to leave enough material out to the tip to where if you do a little bit of staple digging, so you get a big fat stack of paperwork you got to go through, and the staples that are, you know, crimped on the other side, you can go and lift that up, edge facing, you know, out, lift that up if you feel like that's something that you're okay with doing. Again, a relatively robust, stout blade shape that can handle light tasks like that. I think that that's very appropriate to do with something like this. This can be carried very comfortably in the shirt pocket, pen pocket, in your pants, regular like your back pocket as well, or even there are those leather holsters that that have a pen slot. This would fit in there perfectly. There are some field notebooks as well that this would pair perfectly as well, because it is just relatively just slim and compact overall. I have large to extra large size hands, but slim fingers, so I don't really have a difficult time with, you know, the overall design. There's nothing that's restricting me from holding it any way I kind of want, right? The pocket clip itself, it's a large pocket clip. It is, in my opinion, comically large for the overall design. I don't think it fits it at all. It could have been shrunken down quite a bit and just done a little bit more elegantly. There are pocket clips that belong on $1 pens that you can get from the store that are designed nicer than this. And yeah, it's just what it is. Is it going to serve the purpose of retaining this in the pocket? Of course it will. But it's just, again, visually speaking, and I know it is a budget knife. It's not supposed to be super fancy. I'm not asking for a milled pocket clip, but really what I think would have been an awesome alternative is a wire pocket clip. I know some of you guys might be rolling your eyes. Oh, I freaking hate wire pocket clips. They suck. Well, it's because you've had bad experiences with really large, robust knives that are in the high-end spectrum, 300 plus, and they have wire pocket clips. A wire pocket clip is a cheap pocket clip alternative that works absolutely well and would still fit the build overall. Smooth edges all over the place. Sorry, pump the camera there. And it would really only require one large fastener to screw it down. So there is a way about it. I don't think Remette has ever done anything with a wire pocket clip. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I have seen the company come, a long way, essentially from their humble beginnings. And I still can't remember if they've done anything with a wire pocket clip, but I think that would have been an excellent option here. Another thing too, making more remarks about the poor pocket clip design, is that they don't offer a lefty option, so you can't flip to the other side. Unfortunately, it is milled into the G10 here, and there are flat screws. So as you can see, there's plenty of room to get this thing into your pocket, shirt pocket, back pocket, notebook, slip, holster, whatever. It's fine. It works just fine. There's nothing really actually wrong with it. I just don't think it looks good. And how it feels in hand, you notice it there because it's already such a slim little object here. But again, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm going back and forth because I want to crap on the pocket clip because it deserves it. It deserves to get crapped on because it sucks, visually speaking. But at the same time, this isn't the kind of knife to be really squeezing on and bearing down on. Like, this is something that I could actually like squeeze in hand. I could feel this thing like actually bowing in hand. You have steel liners with some weight relieving. As you can see, still relatively easy to bend and bow a little bit. Again, this is not supposed to be a heavy duty kind of knife. I'm just sharing you guys what this thing is. There's only so much that I can do in a video to demonstrate the overall build quality of said item. Interestingly enough, recently Jared over there at Neves Knives, shout out to him, he's an awesome dude. Anytime, I'm just going off on a little tangent here. I love the guy. One of the main reasons why I do what I do is because of him. He has been a huge influence on me, and anytime I message him or send him like stupid funny videos or whatever, he comments on damn near everything. But when I have like a serious actual question, he gets right on it. He breaks it down as if like I'm getting like a personal YouTuber to talk to. It's just, and it's not even his YouTube personality. Like, I genuinely believe that it's him. And that's the same way I try to operate as well. So when people communicate with me, you know that this is just me. There's no YouTube personality or anything like that. But he told me, he's like, well, you know, I like it. It's okay. It's all right for what it is. I think the price is right. Remette does nicer stuff, but for what they're doing, it's okay. This obviously serves its purpose as a letter opener, a box opener. If you have like a stubborn little box tab, you can take, you know, you could take the knife and throw it in here and just twist, pop it. And that's something that's very useful. I didn't even bother thinking of that because usually with boxes, like packaging serves no purpose to me. And what you get in here is, you know, typically they have a little case, but now they're just doing a cardboard sleeve. You get a microfiber cloth and a combo tool. This is a T6 and a T8 Allen key that honestly doesn't really fit too well. The tooling doesn't match and yada yada. I usually toss those little tools, but this will be given away, so you'll get this thing as is. But they did cheap out. There's no nylon case, and I understand they don't want to put money into a case. They rather put into the knife. But this is something that is from my perspective, it's got to be super easy for Remette to just pump out these little things and to sell super freaking cheap. Maybe even during the holiday season, we'll see this thing come down to 20 bucks potentially. I could see that if they're still making this by the holiday season, right? And this would be a decent little stocking stuffer for that office goer in your family, or if you know somebody that is constantly looking for something to open up mail at their front door. This is something that you can just leave near the front door, not as like a self-defense thing. If you want to do that, go ahead, it's fine. Do whatever you want, it's yours. But this is something that if you have a spot near your front door or wherever your mail collects, this is perfect. This is what this is for. So I'm trying to be positive, give this thing what it actually deserves, a fair and honest review. I did put it through plenty of paper and cardboard, couple bags of chips, things in the couple things in the kitchen, but really this finds its place at home in an office setting where your mail collects, where, you know, other stuff where you are constantly opening up things, letters and such. This absolutely finds itself right at home there. And that's pretty much it. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. It's not for me. I'm being completely honest with you. I'm very thankful for Remette to have sent this to me. But if they didn't, I personally wouldn't buy it because I don't need something like this in my personal life. But maybe you do, and maybe you know somebody else that does. So if you can find one of these when they drop the price on Amazon and you can get it for around 30 or even 25 bucks, sure, why not? I think it's enjoyable, and I think it's good enough to serve its purpose. But that's as far as I'm willing to throw this thing. What do I recommend it? Yeah, I do recommend it if this is something that you're looking for. There is a little bit of jimping back here. I wish there was more, but you know, maybe that's asking a little too much for its price range. I mean, realistically, if they had left that smooth, removed the jimping from there, and applied it to the flipper tab, that would just give it more traction, because again, this was just my unit and my experience alone. This is the only unit I've handled. The tension of the detent ball and system was unbelievably strong and tight. It did not fit the build at all. But I will say, after some use, letting the blade break in, is a D2 blade material. It has a thick PVD coating. There is no tumbling. There is no intentional wear on it. It's just a flat PVD coating. So it's going to take a while to break through it, of course, and with such a light liner here as well. The detent ball, it's a steel detent ball. So there's not much to it. It's not ceramic. It's not, you know, anything super high end. It's not going to be like, you know, very high end feeling, but it's good enough for what it is. I mean, just check it out. It's appropriate now. It fits the build, the tension, the feel in hand, the engagement, the disengagement. It has broken in beautifully, absolutely. But I did have to tweak it a lot. And if you're giving this to somebody as a gift, you know, your unit may come like really, really tight, like how my unit did. That's something that you run the risk of doing. There is no other color variation. You get full black with orange anodized aluminum pivot collars, which I just don't care for the color choice. I just feel like they're putting attention to where attention doesn't need to be. And this thing could have been a little bit more plain Jane and simple, but have just been a better experience from the start. Those are my genuine thoughts on the Remette Canyon. Again, would I buy it? Absolutely not, because I just don't need it. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I do recommend it if this is something that you're looking for. The detent is very nice and healthy. There is no wiggle or movement once you get the blade out. If you pull on it, you could feel a little bit there, but again, a very thin, light-duty blade. This is not for prying or hard use. This is for office tasks and for, you know, mail destruction, you know, shipping and boxes and receiving mail destruction, not mail as in human mail destruction. I definitely would not use this thing as a self-defense knife if that thought ever crossed my mind. But that's it. Those are my honest thoughts on this thing. If this video was enjoyable, educational by any means, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you are subscribed already, go ahead, or thank you that you are subscribed. You will be entered in to win this thing at a later date when I make a giveaway video on it, so stay tuned for that. But if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing, because I play more videos and content coming your way. And have a wonderful rest of your day.